Hey folks, I am here today with a highly requested video of stamping card making basics. Like what do you need to make a simple card, basic card, beginning, supply list, whatever. So I've put together some things that I use pretty much every single time I make a card. So this is going to just be the supplies type thing, like what you would use for just the basic card with no like embellishments or no anything like that, no fancy tools, no die cutting machines, nothing like that. Okay, and then I think what we're going to do is I'm going to have card making July, which we'll just focus on card making in the month of July. I'm not sure how many videos that would be. I may do 2 a week, 1 a week. I'm not sure yet. But we will focus on making simple cards with minimal supplies without using a die cutting machine or anything like that. And then we will proceed to where we will use other things like die cutting machine, embossing folders, those kind of things. But for this, I just want to keep it simple and let everybody know that you can make a card with minimal supplies. It looks like a lot, but it's really not a lot. And some of this you don't even really need, but these are just my go-to supplies for when I make cards, okay? So first we're going to start out with the card itself. So I use, this is Recollections or this kind of cardstock. This is what I use a lot for stamping the sentiments on, is this type. I use colored cardstock sometimes. Most of my bases are white, but I do use color cardstock sometimes. Most of the time I use the color cardstock for the mats on the fronts, for the card fronts. For my card bases, I use this, which is a 110-pound Georgia Pacific. Also the Neenah, I use it occasionally as well, but most of the time I use this. This is an inexpensive, cardstock to use as card bases. So that's what I use for the bases of the cards. Then, moving on to other things that you'll need. You'll need a paper trimmer, and this is the one I have. I have several. They are, let me turn it to the right side. They are Fiskars, and it just has a cutting blade. It's a Sure-Cut. It has the little guide right here, and it has the lock up here so it stays in place. So this is the one I use. It extends out to 15 and 15 and a quarter, I think, out. So plenty of room for making your cards. You can also use a smaller one for cards. Let me see if I can reach it real quick. Which is this one, and it also is a Fiskars, and it's a smaller one, but it is perfect size for if you're to cut your card bases with. So there's that option too. So that's the paper trimmer. You definitely need a paper trimmer. Also, a scoreboard. I recommend a scoreboard. Can't live without my scoreboard. So yes, if you're just going to do card making, you can get a smaller version of this, but I do a lot of paper crafts and stuff, so I think it's worth getting the bigger one. I will link items in the description. This one is a Martha Stewart, but I will link a less expensive one in the description because these are expensive now. I've had this one forever. So speaking of scoreboards, they come with, I don't even have the one that came with this, but they come with a scoring tool. I do not use it. I use this, which I highly recommend. And this is an embossing tool, and it's double-ended. It has a smaller one here and then a bigger one. And it comes in a set there was a set of 4 of these, but this is what I use, and I use the smaller one. It fits just fine in here, so that's what I use for scoring. Also, this is the bone folder that I use. I use this one, and I have, this one, which is plastic. And I have another one too that's different, but so just any type of bone folder to make sure that you have nice creases in your cards. That's important. And that's why I like the scoreboard, because you don't have to have this, you can fold it over, but you will get a more defined crease and less bumpy if you use the scoreboard as opposed to just folding it over. Okay, so there's that. Then I would recommend a ruler, and this is just the ruler that I have. I've had it forever. So I would recommend a ruler so that you can measure fronts and such. Detailed scissors if you want to fussy cut some things, and we will talk about that later too, where you will use your paper instead of having a die cut machine. We will just use a piece of pretty paper and cut some images out of that for your cards. A tape runner, you need one of these. If you do not have one of these, mine is well loved. It squeaks. If you've watched my videos, you know that it squeaks, but I love it. I've had it for many, many years. If you do any paper crafting at all, you need one of these. You just do. Just go ahead and do it. Okay, so that's tape that you need. You can get double-sided tape as well, which is this double-sided tape. It comes in different widths. This is the Score tape brand. This works just as well, in my opinion. You can also, if you want, you don't have to, you can get some glue dots. They do come on rolls as well, but I don't have the rolls. I just have them in these packages. I've had these forever. You can get some of those glue dots. Some pop-up foam tape for your sentiments or things that you want to be three-dimensional on your cards. Along with these, you can get these pop dots as well. These are round and these are a square, so you can get those unlimited. A pokey tool, I do recommend a pokey tool. This happens to be a Cricut. As you see, I use a variety of brands of things, and this one happens to be just a Cricut brand. It came in a set of a bunch. Okay, the next thing you're going to need, now you do need this. I don't hear a lot of people talking about the fact that you actually need stamps if you're going to do sentiment cards. You need stamps. With stamps, you need ink. So I just pulled ink that I had over there. This happens to be a Close to My Heart ink, but I use all sorts, Stampin' Up, Close to My Heart, StazOn, whatever. I use all sorts of inks. So we have that. You will need stamps themselves, and I recommend starting out, just get you a good sentiment stamp, one that has, you can get them where they have several different stamps on it, like this one is a happy birthday, a thank you, a thinking of you, to cheer you, and then it has, I like these because you can put these on the inside. Okay, so just a sentiment, and you can get one that has all sorts. Now this one is from May May. I love May May. So this one is, you inspire me, I believe in you, you know, just uplifting type thing. But when you're starting out, you probably just want something that's like a happy birthday or a thank you. And this is a Stampin' Up set. This one has congratulations, thank you so much, hello, Sending healing thoughts. So this is also get well, congratulations, thank you. Sympathy is also, so you could get something like this and cover a lot of occasions. You got Christmas even in here. And I have a gal that I will link her. Let me write that down. I will link her website below if you're interested in any close to her. Woohoo! She's gonna beat me. Any of her Stampin' Up stuff. I used to be a distributor for Close to My Heart. So I will link her below. I'll also link May May. I love May May. So you will need that. And then if you just want, you can also, for those stamps you will need clear blocks. So these are some clear blocks that I just grabbed a couple that were close. So you'll need some of that. Some of those as well. One of those for your stamps. Unless you have a stamp like this, and then, which this is a wooden block stamp. And you can also get these as well, and for whatever occasion that you happen to want. I really love this birthday one. Okay. So that is the stamps. Like I said, starting out, just get you a couple of sentiment stamps that cover a broad range of things. This is art glitter glue. I love this art glitter glue. It is the best glue on the planet, I think, anyway. So you definitely need some glue, some wet adhesive of any kind you like, but this is what I choose. Also glue sticks, if you'd like some glue sticks work as well. Okay. Now you do not need this, but you know that I need this, and that is a corner rounder. And this is from We Are Memory Keepers, and it's a Crocodile one, and it has a 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch. And you know, if you've been around here, that I love this thing. Okay, but you don't have to get the fancy one. You can get one like this, and this is just this is what I started out with right here. This is it. This is the one I started with, and it's just a simple little corner rounder. Okay, so you can get that. Also, punches. Now you don't have to get these either. That's why they're kind of toward the end, but I really like punches, and this one is dirty as all get out. This is an 1 3/4 punch, and I use these to punch out my sentiments. Okay, so that's what I use these for. I stamp and then punch out the sentiments and then put them on the cards. So yeah, so there you go. That is let me put something here to try to focus it in. So that's what I use, basic tools that I use. So yeah, if you have any questions, if you would like to see any type of card making during July, just leave a comment down below. And I will link this stuff, all the stuff that I can find, I will link it in the description. If you have any questions, let me know. And yeah, I look forward to some card making in July. We're going to keep it simple. We're going to not be intimidated to make cards. Homemade cards, everybody loves a homemade card, and we're going to simplify it and not be too fancy so that everybody can feel like they can make a pretty simple homemade card for a loved one. So yeah, so thanks so much for watching, and be kind to one another, make someone smile, and I'll see you next time. Bye.